What's up, YouTube? Surfer back again, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about some investing mistakes that a lot of people are making and that you should avoid in the next year. So, this might rub some people the wrong way, but if you are aligned with some of these companies, it might be time to think of a new place to put your money. We're going to start off in the whole pharmacy area, big pharma. And just as a quick disclaimer, I'm not trying to say that there's no money to be made in these industries. Actually, far from it. CRISPR, yeah, with this I've done very well, but generally speaking, biofield isn't really for me because I just don't really know enough about the products, and there's so many companies, and any one of these could come up with something amazing and go, parabolic overnight. I just don't know enough to really put my money in there and to sit and wait. I don't think you should be playing FDA approvals, but if you are into this and this is your field of work, let's say, and you really have done your due diligence and know what you're looking at, then go, by all means, invest in these companies. But for me, this is the type of stuff I stay away from. Next, I want to talk about some IPOs. Now, these companies are not bad companies, but I just don't think you should be buying their IPOs straight off the bat. If you look at the last few years, you'll see that they initially did well, and then almost every single one took a massive dip. So just let them cool off, and then if you really like that company, then go ahead and invest. But just wait. Don't feel like the IPO is going to be the cheapest it'll ever be, because that's not always the case. Okay, so next on the list, we're going to talk about news. And a lot of people will get an update on their phone, blah, blah, blah. Company said this, that, selling, whatever. And they go, oh, okay. And then they'll go look at their portfolio. Oh, look, it is going down. And then they'll go and try to join the trend, or they'll try to buy the dip, and just playing with news. And, if you're hearing it through an update on your phone, then you're probably one of the last people to know about the news. Trading off news is never a good idea, because by the time it actually reaches your ears, stock has made its movement and you're just going to be late to the game. I don't suggest you just try to play off news that you heard, because, a lot of times you're not going to be sitting there waiting to trade at that particular second. We're talking seconds, because a lot of these stocks trade within seconds. Before your computer can even load the page, the stock is down or up, depending on the news. You never know. The next thing you really need to avoid are hype companies, especially EV companies. Nikola, perfect example. First red flag with Nikola was just the name. If this wasn't a playoff of Tesla, I don't know what is. Try and take over some of Tesla's market share. It's kind of funny. The CEO, Trevor Milton, was a complete liar. He tried to say they had all this solar capability and hydrogen tanks and all this in their facilities out in the desert and whatnot, and they didn't have any of it. We all heard the story. I might be beating a dead horse here. With these guys rolling a truck down the hill, in motion is what they claimed. I mean, and technically they're not lying. They never flat out lied, but they were pretty deceitful. And a lot of people will argue, oh, hey, Trevor Milton's gone, so it's all good now. You can't just say that only Trevor Milton knew about all these deceitful practices. There had to have been other people in there who are still there that knew about what was going on. Some other hype electric stocks. We're going to talk about Solo. This car, don't invest in this. I mean, you can do whatever you want, people. Please don't listen to me. I'm just a random guy on YouTube. But look at these numbers: 80 miles per hour, 100-mile range, one occupant. There's no trunk. It just doesn't look like a good investment. I don't think anyone's going to buy this. I can't imagine driving one of these next to the new Hummer EV. I think I would be terrified. This company does have some other stuff, but I just don't think that it's very enticing. I don't think they're going to sell much. They've had these actually in San Francisco for a long time. I don't know what. I don't know why this is news to people and why the company valuation skyrocketed like it did. There was a huge EV wave. I shorted this company. I won't lie. I bought some puts when it was near its all-time highs. I made out with some nice gains. But in all honesty, I really don't think you should invest in this company. Another company is Candy. If you didn't know, Candy Technologies is actually just had a class action lawsuit filed against them. And if you lost money with Candy, this is your link right here to sign up for this class action lawsuit. Yeah, there was some deceitful stuff going on there. So don't just jump on this hype train thinking that, it's an EV company, it's got to do well, because, you might be left with huge losses, and a lot of people are, and I feel for you. I'm not trying to rub salt in the wound if you lost money with any of these companies. Just maybe a heads up to get out before things might get worse. It's kind of reminds me of when smartphones first came out, and basically everyone was trying to make the next Android phone. Your Tesla is like your Apple, and Neo, Xpeng are like your Samsung, and then everyone else is just some random company you never heard of. So next on the list, we're going to talk about weed stocks. Just not a big fan of weed stocks, you guys. They're just not enticing to me. Maybe it's because where I'm from, weed's been around for a long time. I could tell you that when it was legalized where I live, that popularity definitely went up, but the prices definitely went down. And I know people who were making a lot of money growing it who basically lost their entire way of income before. So personally, I'm not into it. Not to say that you can't make money with them. A lot of people have been making tons of money with these types of companies. And I think, it's just not for me. I'm not into this. And the last thing on the list we're going to talk about is Pokemon cards. Please do not be investing in Pokemon cards. Don't get me wrong. I love Pokemon cards. When I was a kid, I had a bunch of them. I used to trade for them, Charizard, all that. I think I had a Blastoise, all that. I loved it. Only the first set really mattered, though. Anything after Mew or Mewtwo didn't count in my eyes. So, no, but really, though, all kidding aside, don't invest in this, you guys. This is totally a fad. Maybe think about what the next fad's going to be, because, after watching this, there has to be something coming next. Maybe it's video games, I was thinking it might be vintage video games or consoles or stuff like that. You might be able to flip yours if you still have your old games and stuff like that. And, you guys, this might be the future here of, or the next big fad, big craze. So check your closets for your old video games. You might make some money here. They're actually pretty expensive right now on eBay. Hey, if you made it this far, I just want to thank you for watching the video. You guys have been awesome. I appreciate all the likes and subscribes. If you haven't, hit that like and subscribe button. Please, I appreciate it. You guys, I just want to help you out. These are just some investment mistakes to avoid. I appreciate you all. Have a great week trading. Stock Surfer signing out.